Hello guys, it's Shaboopy here, and I hope you are all doing well. Welcome to this new thing I want to try on my channel, which is a weekly gaming news series. And this is also my first time ever on camera, so this could be super cringeworthy and awkward, but hopefully we can get through it together. So since this is the first video, I want to just sort of outline how I kind of want these videos to go. So in the beginning, I would just try and do any significant gaming deals, trying pulling on all the different large retailers on the internet, also in real life, so you guys get the best deals, because there's such an overwhelming number of sources where you can actually get that information and get those sales. So I just want to highlight the best for you guys. Next, we would move on to any game updates, game announcements, early access, beta, patches, updates, anything of that sort. And lastly, we would get into any gaming related news. So things like Dota 2 players hate League of Legends players, and so they shat on them. I don't know, something gaming related, but not necessarily a game itself. Since this is a new thing on this channel and this is the first time I've ever done something like this, if you have any suggestions on how you think these videos should go, or anything I should include, or some things I should take out, definitely just leave a comment in the comment section below. So over at Humble Bundle, they are currently having their Sierra bundles as well as their Capcom bundles. So in their Sierra bundles, there are games like the Gabriel Knight series, the Quest for Glory games, as well as the new King's Quest game, which is sort of like a Telltale type game where it is told by King Graham telling his grandchildren about his adventures, and it is a sequel with there being 5 chapters that you can buy separately, but you can buy the season pass in this Humble Bundle. There is also the Capcom bundle in which they partnered up with PlayStation, which is super cool. So you can buy games like Devil May Cry HD Collection, as well as Okami HD, Resident Evil 4, I believe. And if you pay more than $1 or just $1, I think, you can get a coupon for 45% off Street Fighter 5. And this is all on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. And if they're offered on multiple platforms, you can choose which platform. So you just buy them on Humble Bundle, and then you can enter the codes and redeem them on your PlayStation, which is super cool. Over at the Humble Bundle store, not in any bundles themselves, they have RWBY Grim Eclipse, as well as Armello and Ark Survival Evolved on for sale, but also on Steam, Ark Survival is on for sale, and the expansion has just been released for Ark Survival, but that is not on sale. But you can get Ark Survival, the main game, for cheaper than the DLC expansion. But also strangely is that Ark Survival Evolved is still in early access, but they already have a DLC expansion. So I don't know, it's up to you. Definitely just go check it out if you guys want to buy that game, but just keep in mind that it is still early access. There are still features that are missing from the game, but just in case you guys were interested, I'll have a link in the description below. Earlier this week on Steam was their Midweek Madness sale, where they were featuring games like Dragon Age Origins as well as Kingdoms of Amalur, which were both for 75% off, I believe, and so that pushed them down below $5, which is a super good deal. But they are older games, and if you missed it, not a big deal, because those games regularly go on sale during the summer on a whole bunch of different platforms like Green Old Games, Good Old Games, stuff like that. So they'll come back if you missed it, not a big deal, but you guys probably already have that in your library anyways. But Dragon Age Origins, interestingly, was also offered on Origin on their On the House program, which meant that you got the full game for free, which is super cool. And it is another thing that I'll be featuring in these game deals, so if anything new comes up there, I will be letting you know. So in that same vein, Origin currently on their house program is featuring a game called Nox, which is an RPG hack and slash type game. And if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description below. Also over on Steam, currently going on is their Publisher Weekend sale. So games from Paradox Interactive like City Skylines, Pillars of Eternity, as well as Magica are on sale. So if you haven't logged into Steam, definitely go check that out. Or if you just want to click a link, I'll have that in the description as well. Over at Amazon Prime, currently Life is Strange is on for sale for 33% off for the PC version, not the PS4 or the Xbox, just the PC version. And so if you guys have been watching everyone and their grandmother play this game on YouTube, and you guys wanted to play the game for yourself, definitely go check that out. I'll have the link in the description, like always. And just a side note, if you guys haven't seen anyone play that game but you wanted to try it out, they have actually released the first chapter for free on Steam. So definitely check it out on Steam first for the first chapter, and then maybe move to Amazon Prime to get that deal for the rest of the chapters and the complete seasons. In gaming update news, announcements, and things like that, World of Warcraft Legion had just come out, their new expansion, and it has been their smoothest release yet. In past releases, there was a huge problem with people getting bottlenecked into a quest line where they had to interact with this one NPC and only one person could do it at a time. So it created a huge frustration, a lot of congestion and crashes and things like that because of the server load. But this time, I think they've learned from their mistakes and they have spread out people by classes and specs. So everyone can do their quest line and rush to the new level cap and things like that. I believe there was also a guy who hit the new level cap in 6 hours, which is mind-blowing, just after the release of the game. So kudos to that guy with the dedication for World of Warcraft, super cool. And in other Blizzard news, Overwatch had just gotten a new update, which also brought the beginning of Competitive Play Season 2. This update also brought a new map and new skins, as well as a huge change to how competitive play and ranking works, as well as a big change to projectile users. So people who use Hanzo like me, people who use Mei like me, people who use the characters that people hate like me. Are probably a little bit happy. Things are a little bit easier to hit for those people, as well as Hanzo being able to move a little faster. So I will leave a link down below for the patch notes, because there's definitely a big change for a lot of heroes, including Genji, as well as how support players rank in competitive play. In other gaming release news, we have Attack on Titan Wings of Freedom, as well as Hatsune Miku's Project Diva X, which had been released in the East but has since come to North America. So if you guys are interested in that game, you can now get those on PS4 and Xbox. Super cool. And that's about it for any game release update news. In other gaming news, TSM had just beaten out Cloud9 in the NALCS Summer 2016 Championships, which means that TSM will be the first seed to represent North America in the World Championships alongside CLG. The regional qualifiers will be starting this weekend, which will determine who will be the team that will be joining CLG and TSM to represent North America in the World Championships. Congratulations to those guys. They had just beaten out Cloud9 in the ACC Center, the Air Canada Center, which seats 19,800 people, and the stadium was sold out. Completely mind-boggling how many people there were, and there were even people watching online and streaming it on YouTube, on Twitch, on all of the streaming platforms, and that's amazing that an esports game has gained that much traction, that much fandom. Just super cool. Final Fantasy 15 has also been delayed yet again. They have pushed back their release date to November 29th, so another month, I believe. Since after their first pushback to September, they have now pushed it back to November 29th. This is just so that they can fix a little bugs, optimize the game a little bit more, polish that nugget just a little bit more, maybe create a little bit more hype. And next up in gaming news, we have No Man's Sky. So there's been a lot of talk about No Man's Sky since there was so much hype for the game, and then it fell a little short, and everyone sort of jumped on that hate train as well. Because that game wasn't for everyone, and there were features missing and things like that. But since then, a lot of people were not happy with the game that they received, they have been trying to get refunds. And usually with full refunds, especially if you just download it off of any of the online retailers, they have like this 24-hour period, or they have some sort of guideline with which you can determine if you can get a full refund if you just purchased the game or something like that and just tried it out. But people have been playing the game for like beyond 40 hours or like quite a long playtime and still getting refunds. And then so this thing on Reddit blew up, and people have been saying that, oh yeah, I've been getting a full refund. I've played for like 2 weeks straight. Other people on Amazon have also been saying that they have gotten full refunds. And then Steam had come out and said that they're not making exceptions, but people after the fact have been saying that they are still getting refunds, or at least they're still trying. So if you guys are one of those people that are trying to get a refund for No Man's Sky or didn't completely like it, there is that option. I feel as though you shouldn't return it if you've played it for more than 40 hours, because well, if you sort of just think about how much the game costs, and then how many hours you've played, if you were to work that time at just like minimum wage, would you have made up that time, or is that value of entertainment worth that much that you paid for it? And if you didn't enjoy that much time, I guess that's fair, because there's also a lot of people who have played No Man's Sky for like 100 hours plus and then discover that they don't like the game anymore. So anyways, that's up to you guys. If you guys want to get a refund, I'm sure you guys can still try and do that, because many other people are still doing that as well. And lastly, in gaming news, I know this is super, super old, but did you guys see the Rio closing ceremonies? They were so amazing. Well, Brazil's closing ceremonies were a little bit lackluster. They needed a little bit help with their audio visual, because they had like red costumes, and then they had a red sort of light beaming everything down, and then you couldn't see anything. But then Japan comes out, and they had like this very clean, crisp performance of black and white, and they formed their skyline, and oh, it was amazing. And then they had their president come out of a pipeline wearing a Mario hat. I mean, come on guys, that was amazing. Thanks for watching. That's it for this week's gaming news for September 2nd. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Definitely just leave a comment in the comment section below letting me know what I can fix, how cringeworthy this was, how awkward this was to watch. But yeah, so don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know if you're going to be playing any Overwatch in competitive play season 2, because then I'll see you there. And let me also know if you're trying to get a No Man's Sky refund, or you still are playing No Man's Sky. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.